Hi guys, I'm Sonal and welcome to my channel. Today I am making a video in a slightly different format. So let me know if you like it, if you enjoy this kind of a style. I'm trying out different things on my channel. So your feedback really matters. So today we are making a crispy chili oil or a chili sauce or a topping. And I'm going to give you the Asian name for that in the title of the recipe. It is slightly difficult to remember. So what I've done here is I have 12 chilies which I have de-seeded, and I have a hot pot here, so I'm going to add it to this and we are just going to let it slightly warm up. So I'm switching off the burner here. I have a slightly different sequence of making the sauce. Oh my god. This is a thick bottom pot, so it's going to hold the heat and it's going to warm this up pretty well. So I have put that in my bowl. We are going to heat up the oil now. I am using olive oil here. It's healthier. So I'm just going to add a little bit, but feel free to use any oil of your choice. Peanut oil also would work. About 2.5 tablespoons of garlic to this. You will see that it will pretty quickly get slightly brown on the edges, and that is when you want to stop. Garlic will burn very quickly and also it can get bitter, so you want to avoid doing that. So this is the point, and the best way to stop it from getting even more burnt is just add a little bit of cold oil to this. We can add our next two ingredients. So that's a couple of star anise and 3 cardamom pods. You can also add a couple of sticks of cinnamon. Now I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of the olive oil. And I'm not going to warm this up too much. So we are taking about a whole cup of oil. And you can see that now our garlic is at the right color that we want and also the crispness. So now I'm going to throw in my ginger into this so that that will cool down the oil. We don't want to take any risk of making this bitter. And I have switched off the burner. Now we want to add this oil to our chili. Before that, I'm going to add some shallots. So these are fried shallots which are ready made. This is about 1.5 tablespoons. I'm also adding 3/4 teaspoon of salt. And this is a keto sweetener. You can add sugar if you want, because we are adding such little at a time, especially while eating. So a little bit of sugar can work too. Now I want to add a little more oil because I am afraid to burn my chilies. I have done this before and I have burned my chilies. And what happens is the whole thing gets bitter. You have wasted all your efforts and your ingredients. Another of my favorite ingredient is some of this, better than bouillon. So this will give it slightly umami flavor. You can leave this out if you want. I'm just going to throw this in. This is about 1/2 teaspoon. You can add a chicken broth cube. You can add MSG. There are a lot of ingredients that can go into this. We are going to throw a slightly cooled down oil into this. You will see a lot of people putting crackling hot oil and the whole thing crackles. I haven't liked to do that because I burned my chili oil in the past and I don't want to repeat that mistake. I'm going to add some Gochugaru, which is a red pepper flake from Korea. Again, I didn't add it right now because that too burns very quickly because it's a finely ground powder. So here is my Gochugaru. I store it in the freezer section because I don't want it to lose its color or flavor. Add 1 tablespoon. It gives it a wonderful taste as well as a beautiful color. This is slightly sweet in taste, the pepper, so it kind of balances off whatever beautiful sauce that we've made with these wonderful ingredients. Now you can add chili bean paste to this. That would taste really good. You can add black beans, so you can just pound them up and add that. That's another umami flavor with this. So I'm going to mix this up so that we dissolve our chicken bouillon, and then we're going to put it in a jar, a glass jar, and put it in the refrigerator for a couple of days. This can stay well on the counter too, but I don't want to take any risks, so you can get it out of the fridge an hour or so before you're going to eat it, and it will taste great. I've used organic baked ghee chilies, and I want to also show you how I cleaned it. So you grab a chili and break it. You can even cut it. Now I don't have a cutter or a knife, and then you split it open and just get rid of all the seeds and the veins. So you can just pull it off. Make sure you wash your hands with soap really well after that. Now this is the top part and it has the most seeds. So this is what I did to about 12 chilies, and then I ground that to a certain extent, not completely to a fine powder, and that too is up to you. If you want to grind it really fine, you can do that. The sourdough bread that I made at home, and I hope it has turned out good. I am going to cut it right in front of you guys. My son loves bread, my husband likes sourdough bread, and I believe that if you want to eat bread, you should eat a sourdough bread. So let's see. I think it looks really good. It's perfect. It's cooked well. Another slice, and I try to cut them really thin because sourdough is a dense bread, so you don't want to eat too much. It's pretty filling, as well as that will be carb heavy. And you can toast this lightly, and it is great with some butter and honey, or even our chili paste. I was racking my brains over adding sugar to this, whether I should or whether I shouldn't, and then I realized that this is my favorite kind of sweetener. So this is an advanced prebiotic fiber, and it is exactly like sugar, but it doesn't raise your sugar levels or push you out of ketosis or so I'm gonna add some of that. I have like loads of this. I use this for candy making, and you should actually go watch my recipe of candy using this. It is a crunchy candy. You know, I don't really like adding sweeteners because the texture is very different, so I'm gonna add a little bit in every corner so that it doesn't clump up, which it has a tendency to, and which is what makes it slightly more sugar-like and delicious. It is much less sweet than sugar is. You can definitely add a little more, so I'm going to add a little more of this. This is going to make it so delicious. You can see how the moisture will make this sticky. I am so tempted to eat it with a slice, so I'm going to eat an edge of this. I am not completely keto, I am mostly keto, so just look at this, how beautiful. And this is going to taste even better tomorrow. Delicious. I hope you guys have liked this video, as well as the pattern and the effort that I have taken to have 2 cameras and record myself so that it seems more natural. Hopefully it does seem natural. Hopefully this turns out well. I can edit it well, and leave me comments if you like it. If you're liking this channel, please click the like button and the subscribe button. Also, there's a notification bell right next to it. Please click that to support the channel. And I'm trying out different things, so please leave me a feedback about what you like, what you'd like to see, and thanks for watching. Bye.